Guys, so today I'm going to be doing a DIY hanging planter, and I kind of got the idea from some Urban Outfitters hanging planter things, and I just decided I'd make my own because these are so expensive and no way in hell I'm about to spend 30 bucks on a hanging planter when I can make 3 for only $5. And keep in mind the 3 for $5 thing only includes the string and stuff. It doesn't include the actual plant and pot itself. So to make the actual hanging basket plant thingy planter, I don't even know what to call it. To make that, these are the 3 things you're going to need. And I know, that's pretty cheap. The pot itself was probably like $4 total, and then the string was $5 for that whole roll. And basically I just made 8 strings or 8 pieces of rope, I guess, all the same length, and I made them about 4 feet for this, but this was my first one and I made it way too long and I ended up cutting a bunch off, so that was a huge waste, which sucks, but you know now. But basically, after I did that, I looped it at the top because that's what is gonna hold it all together. But before I fully tightened it, I looped another piece of string through because that's how it's going to hang. And yeah, I mean, I guess you get that part, but to hang from wherever you're gonna hang it from, you need some loop of some sort, so that's what that is. And I just cut off any excess string on the top that I didn't want. But yeah, so to start, you're going to take 2 pieces and you're gonna make a knot, just a typical double knot, and that's gonna kind of designate how long the hanging planter is. The pictures I showed you of the Urban Outfitters ones, and you also saw in the beginning, those are about how long I made them. I made a couple shorter. They don't all have to be like the length I'm making it. It's up to you. But basically you're just gonna knot together 2 pieces of string until you have 4 kind of bunches, I guess, as you can see here. And I just sped it up because I felt like you got the point. But yeah, there. Basically you just have 4 groupings, I guess. And then after you do that, you're gonna attach one of the strings from one grouping to another string from a different grouping, and you want to make sure you do the one next to it, if that makes sense. So like that, so you aren't tying knots like across the thing, which would kind of ruin it. But yeah, you're just gonna kind of make a zigzaggy thing, as you can see from that. But just keep doing that until you make the whole circle. And I feel like I don't make sense, but that's why I did a video, so you can actually see what I'm doing. I guess I just don't have a way with words, but that's where my video making skills come in. That's my strong suit, so basically you could just mute me and watch it, and I feel like you'd get the hang of it. Yeah. And if you didn't catch on already, I think I forgot to say this, but make sure all the knots that you're doing are kind of at the same level. It doesn't matter if they aren't exactly like to the millimeter at the same length, but just make sure your knots are roughly around the same height. After you end up grouping all the knots together, like I just kind of explained, it should look like that, and it should be in a circle, so there's no like weirdness going on. But basically this is where the pot comes in. You just want to fit it in there and see how low you want it down, and then that's kind of gonna designate where you make the bottom knot that secures it all. And you want that knot there, because if it's not there, your planter's just gonna fall right through, and that wouldn't be good, now would it? Another thing I like to do when I knot it is just pull each string one by one so the knot is actually really tight. But yeah, after that I just double check and make sure it all fits, and as you can see, it fits pretty well. It's holding the pot, which is the goal, so yeah. And then I cut the strings off because they were just way too long. But I guess they just decided to show me planting my actual plant. I just put some dirt down, broke up the roots a little, put it in the pot, and then moved on to the next plant. I did 3 plants because I made 3 hanging planters. And yeah, I think the planting the actual plant part is not really what you need help with, but I just decided to show my whole process anyway. So there you go. So I guess the next obvious step is putting the actual plant inside of the hanging planter, and this is what it looked like once I got them all in there. But this isn't the end because obviously I'm not going to leave them hanging in my kitchen. That would be weird. But yeah, so after I finished putting it all together, I actually had my dad drill some holes in my ceiling. And important little side note, make sure it's on a stud in your ceiling, because if you just put it in drywall, it's gonna fall right out, and I don't think you're gonna want to clean up a pile of dirt in your room, because that would be a pain in the butt. But yeah, he just got some hooks from Home Depot or something, and he drilled some holes and screwed them up into my ceiling. And yeah, this is what it looks like in the end. If you enjoyed and want some more DIYs, go ahead and comment down below, thumbs up the video, subscribe, and yeah.